Hey, it's Bree here from the treehouse, and I have this horrible, horrible rash going on today, but I am here with Christian, and he wanted to share some exciting news with you today. So take it away, Christian.
So today, when I went to go get my passport at the post office, I saw a big sign that said Texas A&M. And right now in life, I'm having big plans on going to college, and that's the exciting part for me.
That's very exciting. And what do you hope to study? Have you decided yet, or you just want to see kind of what there is available, some different ideas?
See what's available.
Yeah, and you have a real passion. Lipstick on. You have a real passion for politics, don't you? Like, you know who is the leader of North Korea?
Kim Jong-un.
Do you know who the leader of South Korea is?
Moon Jae-in.
Well, I bet most people don't know that. Do you know who the former leader of Libya was?
Muammar al-Gaddafi.
Do you know who the leader of Russia is?
Vladimir Putin.
Do you know who the leader of China is?
Xi Jinping.
Wow. And this is just like a little tidbit of his knowledge of the world in terms of politics. And so I'm thinking, you might do really well in political science. And so perhaps we need to look at that, because you could be an advisor, say, to a politician, even the president, to advise them when they meet with somebody. You give them a brief synopsis. That's like in school you'll get a synopsis of or a syllabus of your classes, and that just gives you a brief understanding. And so, like, as an advisor, perhaps you could give them a brief understanding of that country that they're going to visit, you know, what the politics is all about, right?
Mm-hmm.
In China, is it a democracy like it is here?
No,
What type of government is that there?
it's dictatorship.
But more so, it is what type of government?
Communism.
Communist, right? It's a communist country. Yep. I think a dictatorship is a little bit different than a communist country. You know, they are basically dictators, but communist is, they think everybody should be equal. Nobody should have a really nice house, no matter how hard you work. You all have the same. Okay. We aren't that form of government, right? What type of form of government are we?
Or freedom of speech.
Right, but what form of government? We are a
Free country.
Right, we are a
Capitalist.
right, a capitalist country, right? A democracy, right? Yes. Yep. Everybody has the right to say what they feel about the government, if they like it or not, right? Yeah. So college is a much different experience from other school, although now with the pandemic, a lot of people are doing college via the internet, right? Which is sort of how you did your last year of school. So share, what was school like? Did you like it better when you were in a classroom setting or when you were homeschooled?
When I was homeschooled.
And were there some things that happened in school that made you decide that you wanted to do homeschooling?
I just had a hard time focusing in public school.
Yeah, what sort of things happened that caused that?
Students
Okay,
distracting the class,
Distracting, and what were some of those distractions?
like playing on the phone, watching something on their phone,
And what would teachers do when that was going on?
yell at them, be acting like their parents.
Well, I mean, they shouldn't have to tell them not to be on their phone, should they?
Or
Right?
they would take it away from them and tell them they can get it back at the end of the class.
And do you think that was a good decision on the teacher's part to take it away?
Yes.
Yeah, yep. So rules are necessary, aren't they, right? What are some rules that we have, like with driving, that are really necessary?
Don't text and drive.
Right, don't text and drive, right? Because that can cause horrible, horrible outcomes, right? Yep,
Yes.
yeah. And what are some other ones?
Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive, right? Yep. So anyhow, so yeah, college that's an exciting upcoming event, right? Challenge. And what would you say to somebody who has special needs and is thinking, oh, I probably shouldn't, I want to go to college, but I probably shouldn't because I can't do it because, I have some sort of a learning disability or what they have. What would you say to them?
Just try it.
Just try it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right? Don't give up on yourself, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just, would you tell them to take, 4 or 5 classes at one time or just try one class at a time?
Try one class.
Right. And what's the first class that you're going to try?
The drone class.
The drone class, right? Yeah. Have you flown a drone before?
Yes.
Yeah, you're really good at it. Not like me breaking all the blades on it, right? Yeah, you're really good. So, anyhow, just to parents out there with a young adult with special needs, and this is something that I had to work past myself, as I thought, in a way, I think sometimes we think we're going to protect our child by not putting them in that situation. And it's taken me, I will be honest, a little bit of time to get past the worrying that college might be too much for Christian and thinking I'm going to protect him by not putting him to face that challenge. But I had to realize I was limiting him, and he is quite capable of achieving so many successes, and this is something I should allow him to at least try. And I'm sure I'm going to be the one that is shocked and amazed at how well he will do. So at the same time, you want to set them up for success by not overwhelming them, and probably, depending upon your young adult, having them take maybe 1 or 2 classes initially and go from there. Now they may be able to take a full load. Everyone's different. But I think for a Christian, we're going to set you up for success by trying 1 class initially and then going from there and seeing, perhaps maybe doing 1 class in the classroom setting, and then, trying 1 class online and see which one works better for you. Yes. And so a lot of it's trial and error. And you can even say audit the class for that child where they're not going to receive credit, but they'll have that experience, and then see how well they do, and then the next time have them take the class for credit. It may take longer, but here is the deal that I have learned in life. I started college, I think I was 16 years old, and I didn't have a clue what I wanted to study. 243 credits later, I finally got a degree, but it took me a long time to get there. And thinking I had to start so fast, and I started taking, I think the first semester took 18 credits. But you don't know what you want to do. So it's better if they just take 1 class at a time, they do really well, they realize sooner than later what it is that they really enjoy doing and they like to do career-wise. It may take them twice as long to get there, even 3-4 times, who cares? But the bottom line is they're going to get there, as opposed to being afraid, not trying, and never getting there at all. And I don't want to limit you, and I'm so appreciative that you don't limit yourself, that you kept persisting, saying, I want to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
And good for you. Let your children, let your young adults have a voice. Don't be afraid for them and think that you're protecting them by holding them back, because you're not. So if anything, that is the message that I hope that you get from this today. And in all honesty, I have to be honest that there was a moment in time when I thought, I don't want him to go to college because I'm so afraid it's going to be too much for him. And I didn't want you to, I was afraid of your failing, and I was going to protect you from that. And I'm really appreciative, Christian, that you've said, nope, Mama, I want to go to college. I'm going to college. So, and I can't wait to share how the first class goes, and I'm sure that you will do extremely well. Alrighty, so you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
And see you next time?
See you next time.
Okay. Are you going to give anybody a smile or not? Okay. He does smile. He smiles quite a lot, but I think this is a new venue, right? Trying to get used to making videos, and maybe one day you're gonna tell them some of your jokes. Okay, all right, can't wait for that. All right, until next time, if you like, please like and subscribe.